Like the title says, in med school I gained 18 pounds, and in this video I'm going to tell you about why I gained so much weight, how it affected me, what did I do about it, did I make any progress, and did it make me happy? If you want to jump into those specific parts of the video, just check out the comment section down below. So I don't know if it's just my Filipino family or families in general that they tend to love to point out that you're gaining weight, especially when you come home from med school. I can't count how many times somebody has told me,
Zoe, tumataba ka.
So to all those with family members or friends or loved ones who are medical students, please don't tell them that they're gaining weight. It doesn't make us feel any better when you remind us. Alright, so I started med school at 132 pounds, but within 6 months into med school, after my first semester, I finally got on the weighing scale and I weighed 150 pounds. And how did I gain that much weight? I think I gained so much weight because I subjected my body to a drastic amount of change. Not only was I eating more food than what I was used to, I was eating unhealthy food like 24/7. So I barely exercised at all. I actually can't even recall how many times I exercised in a span of 6 months in my first semester. And I messed up my sleeping schedule, which messed up my eating schedule, which caused a lot of stress eating. And basically, I didn't realize how imbalanced my whole life was starting to be. So how did my unhealthy lifestyle affect me? Well, first of all, financially, I was spending a lot of money on food. I was spending money on uniform alterations because my uniform was getting tight on my arms and my sides and everything, so I spent money on that. I also spent more money buying leggings because they're one of the most comfortable things in the world, and when your thighs are increasing, well, they feel good, great. Anyway, physically, I felt that I was always low on endurance. Like I would be climbing up the stairs to go to our anatomy lab, which was on the 5th floor, and I'd already be out of breath by like the 2nd flight of stairs already. So yeah, and I could really just feel the toll on my body of how unhealthy I was starting to become. Emotionally, I was always unhappy. Like, med school is hard. Sometimes you want to break down. I often felt like I had no point in what I was doing. I felt like my life turned into autopilot mode and I was just doing things just I had to do. I was studying for the sake of studying. I was going with my friends to be with my friends, painting on a smile when they're around, but when I was alone, I was just really sad. And I feel like a big reason why I was very unhappy was because I wasn't eating the right kind of food to lift up my mood. Like I wasn't getting the vitamins that I need that would probably really affect my mood. And second, I wasn't exercising, so I wasn't giving my body the endorphins that you get from exercising, and I really wasn't doing anything to make myself happy per se. And so mentally, of course, that affected me by feeling tired all the time. I felt like my brain was just being pushed to go on beyond what it could handle. So because I was energy deprived, I would drink a lot of caffeinated drinks, and of course when you drink caffeine or when you drink coffee, it's like you're pushing your neurons to keep on going even when they can't take it anymore. So it's like I could really feel the total toll on my body, and my body was super tired and I wasn't giving myself enough time to recover from my all-nighters. So I know you're like, oh, what? You're saying so many things, you just gained weight. But it's actually all of these things together that combine in their way of affecting me. I don't know if that makes sense. What changes did I make? Well, first of all, I made more time for exercising. I actually started to exercise regularly. It really helped when an Anytime Fitness gym opened up near med school, and my friends and I all signed up and we were all there for each other, pushing each other to keep on working out. I'm so tired. And the second change I made, which was very timely because right at that moment, at the start of the 2nd semester, we were studying nutrition. So our biochemistry class was teaching us how to count our calories properly, how to measure how many calorie intake you should have if you want to start losing weight, and what kind of foods you should be eating. They're even telling us about the different types of fad diets and what diets you should believe, what diets you shouldn't try, and everything. So I was making changes in my diet. when I was making changes in my diet, what I did was I started ordering meal plans. And I was ordering meal plans that were 1800 calories. So if I just ate that much, I should be losing weight. And another thing which I realized that was actually a big factor into why I was probably gaining weight was I was ordering white chocolate mocha, which apparently has about 400 calories. So yeah, I immediately cut that out of my diet and started ordering vanilla sweet cream cold brew. I am not sponsored. Hopefully I am. But anyway, so yeah, I started ordering cold brew because apparently that's only 110 calories or something for a grande. And so I was thinking of all the other ways I was gaining calories, unnecessary calories, and I was listing them down. And of course, when I'm restricting my diet, I try my very best to avoid junk food, avoid canned goods, avoid McDonald's, avoid donuts, avoid ice cream. So I was only really trying to follow my meal plans strictly, and I was straying away from all the unhealthy foods. So did I make any progress? Well, it's a yes and a no. Yes, because I was exercising regularly, I was eating healthier, and I was cutting down my calories by restricting myself from eating unhealthy food. And at first it was really great. I could see the progress in my body. I could see that I was losing weight, and I could see that lines were starting to form in my body. And it felt great. Yes, I was happy. Yeah. But that happiness started to fleet because I started to feel more hungry. I felt like I was actually always hungry. I actually had moments where I would break down and cry because I was hungry. My friends would see me. Actually, I didn't show my friends, only my closest friends. They would ask me, why are you crying? And I'd literally be in tears and be like, because I'm hungry. Because it was really so annoying. Like, I was exercising at the same time with all of my guy friends, and they were eating like 2 cups of rice. They were eating as much ulam as they wanted, and I, on the other hand, would be like, oh no, I won't eat that. I have my meal plans. I have to stick to them, count my calories. And I would just watch them eat yummy food. And of course, that's sad, and it made me feel sad all the time, and it made me cranky. So yeah, that crankiness and that sadness resulted to a lot of binge eating. I couldn't control myself anymore. I ended up eating lots of cheeseburgers, pizzas, buffet dinners, and everything just to like satisfy that need of wanting to eat good food or wanting to eat yummy food. And yeah, so because of that binge eating from restricting myself, I lost all the progress that I made. And it was like months worth of progress that I lost just like that. So what did I do to make myself happier? Well, first of all, I stopped with the meal plans because I realized I was always feeling hungry, and I didn't want to feel miserable while I was trying to lose weight or become a healthier version of myself. It wasn't worth it. So I stopped that altogether. What I did instead was I actually counted my calories, but not as strict as I used to. I gave myself enough leeway. Like if I did want to eat something, I would allow myself to eat it. I would just work out the next day to burn the calories that I ate, or I would compensate. Okay, if I want to eat a large tub of ice cream right now, then tomorrow I have to lessen what I'm gonna eat or lessen my dessert for tomorrow. So instead I would just make some different compensations for myself, and that really helped boost my mood more, because then I wouldn't feel like I was restricted or sad, or I wouldn't feel like I was missing out anymore. And that really made me happy that when my guy friends started to eat whatever they want, I would finally join in and eat all the good food that they were eating. But of course, I still controlled myself. I didn't go crazy and eat junk food every day. So what's my weight now? Right now I'm at 145 pounds, and I know it's a long way from my weight that I started with med school, but there's a lot of new things to consider here. I have to consider that I was probably gaining muscle, so my muscle probably added to my weight now, and I actually ended up changing how I viewed this. I stopped looking at it as like, oh, I weigh 145 pounds, therefore I should feel horrible. I should be 132 to feel happy. No, instead of looking at my weight, I now want to look at my body. I want to appreciate how it looks, be grateful for how I look, and be happy that I'm making steps towards becoming healthier. At the end of the day, I don't think it's like if I look sexy enough for other people to gain their approval of me or whatever. I think what matters should be, do I feel good about myself? Do I feel happy? Am I happy with who I am right now? And I hope that's something that I could correct about myself. I hope that I wouldn't need to find my measure of self-worth outwards anymore. And I know I'm starting to preach and talk about things, but I'll stop for now. So yeah, this was my journey with freshman 15. I gained 18 pounds. I lost 5 of those pounds. So yeah, it's still a long way to go from my old weight, and I'm not actually trying to get back to 132 pounds anymore. Right now, I'm trying to get to a happy medical student, Zoe. So yeah, I hope you watched this far, and if you did, thank you, and I hope you support my videos by subscribing and hitting the like button.